In a world where progress often comes at a cost, it's a threat that knows no borders. Welcome to a journey to uncover the hidden enemy, pollution. Pollution, a word often heard, but not always understood. It's the unseen force that threatens the delicate balance of our planet. Join us as we delve into the depths of this pervasive and pressing issue. Pollution can be described as the introduction of harmful contaminants into the environment that cause adverse changes. It manifests in various forms, including air, water, and soil pollution. From the smoke belching from factories to the plastic littering our oceans, pollution takes many shapes, but its impact remains profound and far reaching.
Now, let's explore the various types of pollution that plague our world. 1. Air pollution. It's caused by industrial emissions, vehicle exhaust, and the burning of fossil fuels. This leads to respiratory diseases, contributes to global warming, and results in acid rain. 2. Water pollution. This type of pollution stems from industrial waste, sewage, and runoff from agricultural activities. Its consequences include contaminated drinking water sources and the destruction of marine ecosystems. 3. Soil pollution. Soil pollution is caused by industrial waste, the use of pesticides, and improper disposal of waste. It results in the degradation of soil quality, reduces crop yields, and contaminates groundwater. 4. Noise pollution. Noise pollution is the result of urbanization, transportation, and industrial activities. It can lead to hearing loss, increased stress levels, and disrupts the behavior of wildlife. 5. Light pollution. This type of pollution is caused by excessive artificial light from urban areas and buildings. It disrupts natural ecosystems, negatively impacts human health, and wastes energy resources. Now, let's explore the various types of pollution that plague our world. Air pollution. It's caused by industrial emissions, vehicle exhaust, and the burning of fossil fuels. This leads to respiratory diseases, contributes to global warming, and results in acid rain. Water pollution. This type of pollution stems from industrial waste, sewage, and runoff from agricultural activities. Its consequences include contaminated drinking water sources and the destruction of marine ecosystems. Soil pollution. Soil pollution is caused by industrial waste, the use of pesticides, and improper disposal of waste. It results in the degradation of soil quality, reduces crop yields, and contaminates groundwater. Noise pollution is the result of urbanization, transportation, and industrial activities. It can lead to hearing loss, increases stress levels, and disrupts the behavior of wildlife. This type of pollution is caused by excessive artificial light from urban areas and buildings. It disrupts natural ecosystems, negatively impacts human health, and wastes energy resources. Now, let's focus on one of the most pervasive forms of pollution, air pollution. Air pollution is primarily caused by industrial emissions, vehicle exhaust, and the combustion of fossil fuels. These activities release harmful pollutants such as carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxides into the atmosphere. The consequences of air pollution are severe, contributing to respiratory diseases such as asthma and bronchitis. Additionally, air pollution plays a significant role in global warming and the formation of acid rain, which damages ecosystems and corrodes infrastructure. Addressing air pollution requires concerted efforts to reduce emissions, transition to cleaner energy sources, and implement stricter environmental regulations. Now, let's turn our attention to another critical issue, water pollution. Water pollution is a pressing issue, and its sources are as diverse as they are harmful. Let's break it down. First up, industrial waste. Industries release a cocktail of pollutants into water bodies, ranging from metals to toxic chemicals. These substances not only contaminate the water but also disrupt aquatic ecosystems, endangering marine life and even seeping into our drinking water sources. Next on the list is sewage discharge. As populations grow, so does the amount of sewage generated. Unfortunately, not all sewage receives proper treatment before being released into rivers, lakes, and oceans. This raw sewage introduces harmful bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens into the water, posing serious health risks to both humans and wildlife. And then there's agricultural runoff. Farmers use fertilizers and pesticides to boost crop yields, but these chemicals often end up washing into nearby waterways. Excessive nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus from fertilizers can cause harmful algal blooms, depleting oxygen levels in the water and creating dead zones where aquatic life cannot survive. So, industrial waste, sewage discharge, or agricultural runoff, the sources of water pollution are numerous and interconnected. Addressing this issue requires a multifaceted approach, involving stricter regulations, better waste management practices, and sustainable agricultural techniques. After all, these pollutants contaminate water bodies, making them unsafe for drinking and harming aquatic ecosystems. The consequences of water pollution are dire, with millions of people worldwide lacking access to clean and safe drinking water. Marine life, the vibrant heartbeat of our oceans, faces a myriad of threats that imperil its very existence. Among these threats, habitat destruction stands as a grim sentinel, casting shadows over the delicate ecosystems that countless species call home. Imagine coral reefs, those kaleidoscopic wonderlands crumbling under the weight of human activities, pollution, overfishing, and climate change wreaking havoc on these vital habitats. But it's not just the physical structures that suffer. Loss of biodiversity, akin to nature's symphony losing its diverse array of instruments, cripples the resilience of marine ecosystems. Each species, from the tiniest plankton to the mightiest whale, plays a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of life beneath the waves. Yet, as species vanish at an alarming rate, the intricate web of life in our oceans unravels, leaving behind a barren landscape devoid of its former richness. And then there are the insidious of harmful algae, turning pristine waters into toxic cauldrons. Fueled by nutrient runoff from agriculture and urban areas, these blooms choke marine life, leaving devastation in their wake. Fish suffocate, shellfish become tainted, and entire ecosystems reel under the toxic onslaught. In the such challenges, the urgency to act has never been greater. We stand at a crossroads where the choices we make today will determine the fate of our oceans tomorrow. It's time to heed the call of conservation, to protect and preserve these invaluable ecosystems before it's too late. For in safeguarding the addressing water pollution requires improved wastewater treatment, better agricultural practices, and stricter regulations on industrial discharges to safeguard our water resources for future generations. Next, let's explore the often overlooked issue of soil pollution. Soil pollution arises from various sources, including industrial waste, the excessive use of pesticides and fertilizers in agriculture, and improper waste disposal. These pollutants degrade soil quality, leading to decreased crop yields and threatening food security. Soil pollution also contaminates groundwater, posing risks to human health and ecosystems. The consequences of soil pollution extend beyond agricultural areas, impacting urban environments through contaminated land and water sources. When we think of soil pollution, the image of a farmland might come to mind first. However, its effects ripple far beyond rural landscapes, seeping into the heart of our urban environments. Picture a bustling cityscape, towering skyscrapers, busy streets, and seemingly endless concrete. It's easy to assume that within this concrete jungle, the soil beneath is untouched and pristine. But the reality is often quite different. Urban areas are not immune to soil pollution. In fact, they are often more susceptible. Contaminants from various sources such as industrial activities, improper waste disposal, and vehicular emissions can infiltrate the soil, silently poisoning it over time. This contamination doesn't just stay confined to the ground, it can leach into nearby water sources, further spreading its reach. The consequences are manifold. In urban settings, contaminated soil can pose significant health risks to residents. Toxic substances can find their way into the food chain, affecting not only the crops grown in urban gardens, but also the animals and insects that call these areas home. Moreover, when it rains, pollutants can be washed off the surfaces of buildings and roads, eventually finding their way into rivers, lakes, and groundwater reservoirs, perpetuating a cycle of contamination. The impact on biodiversity is profound. Urban green spaces, intended as havens of nature amidst the concrete, can become unwitting traps for pollutants, endangering the very species they were meant to protect. Additionally, now, let's delve into the pervasive problem of noise pollution. Noise pollution stems from various sources, including urbanization, transportation, industrial activities, and recreational events. Excessive noise levels can lead to hearing loss, sleep disturbances, and increased stress levels among affected populations. Wildlife is also impacted by noise pollution, with disruptions to their natural behaviors and habitats. Noise pollution not only affects individuals' quality of life, but also has economic implications, such as decreased property values in noisy areas. When noise pollution infiltrates our neighborhoods, it's more than just an annoyance, it's a silent assailant chipping away at our quality of life and economic well-being. Imagine buying your dream home, only to find that the tranquility you envisioned is shattered by incessant traffic noise or blaring construction sites. Such disturbances not only disrupt our peace, but also devalue our most significant investments, our homes. Research consistently shows that properties located in noisy areas suffer from decreased market value compared to their quieter counterparts. Potential buyers, wary of the constant cacophony, are often willing to pay less for properties exposed to high levels of noise pollution. This ripple effect not only impacts homeowners, but also extends to the broader community, influencing local businesses and municipal revenues. Moreover, noise pollution's economic implications extend beyond residential areas. Commercial properties in noisy neighborhoods face similar challenges. Whether it's a bustling street corner or a bustling industrial zone, excessive noise can deter customers, dampen productivity, and ultimately affect bottom lines. Addressing noise pollution. Now, let's shed light on the often overlooked issue of light pollution. Light pollution is caused by excessive artificial light from urban areas, buildings, and outdoor lighting fixtures. This excess light disrupts natural ecosystems and disturbs wildlife behavior, particularly nocturnal animals. Light pollution also has negative impacts on human health, disrupting sleep patterns and contributing to various health issues. Additionally, it wastes energy and contributes to greenhouse gas emissions, further exacerbating environmental concerns. Addressing light pollution requires the use of energy-efficient lighting technologies, responsible outdoor lighting design, and community efforts to reduce unnecessary light emissions and preserve our view of the night sky. Now, let's explore the profound effects of pollution on human health. Pollution, in its various forms, poses significant risks to human health, leading to respiratory diseases, cardiovascular problems, and neurological disorders. Air pollution, for example, can exacerbate asthma symptoms, increase the risk of lung cancer, and contribute to premature death. Water pollution exposes individuals to harmful pathogens, toxins, and heavy metals, leading to gastrointestinal illnesses and waterborne diseases. Soil pollution can contaminate food crops, exposing consumers to harmful chemicals and toxins, leading to long-term health implications. Noise pollution is linked to increased stress levels, sleep disturbances, and cardiovascular issues, impacting overall well-being. Addressing pollution-related health risks requires a multifaceted approach, including improving air and water quality standards, promoting sustainable agriculture practices, and mitigating exposure to noise pollution through sound urban planning and community engagement. Now, let's examine the far-reaching environmental impacts of pollution. Pollution disrupts delicate ecosystems, leading to habitat destruction, loss of biodiversity, and ecological imbalance. Air pollution contributes to climate change through the release of greenhouse gases, exacerbating global warming and its associated impacts. Water pollution contaminates aquatic habitats, leading to fish kills, algal blooms, and the destruction of coral reefs and marine ecosystems. Soil pollution degrades soil fertility, reducing agricultural productivity and threatening food security for millions of people worldwide. Noise pollution disrupts wildlife behavior, affecting their ability to communicate, mate, and find food, ultimately leading to population declines. Light pollution disrupts natural light-dark cycles, affecting the behavior of nocturnal animals and interfering with ecosystems' natural processes. Now, let's explore the actions individuals can take to combat pollution at the grassroots level. Reduce, reuse, recycle, adopting a lifestyle focused on reducing waste, reusing materials, and recycling helps minimize the amount of waste entering landfills and polluting the environment. Conserve energy, implementing energy-saving practices such as using energy-efficient appliances, reducing energy consumption, and switching to renewable energy sources reduces greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution. Use eco-friendly products, choosing environmentally friendly products, such as biodegradable cleaners, organic foods, and reusable items, reduces chemical pollution and promotes sustainable consumption habits. Limit car use, opting for alternative transportation methods like walking, cycling, carpooling, or using public transportation reduces vehicle emissions and alleviates air pollution. Support environmental initiatives, participating in community cleanup efforts, supporting environmental organizations, and advocating for policies that prioritize environmental protection and sustainability contribute to collective efforts to combat pollution. Alright, let's zoom in on the role of governments in tackling pollution head-on. First off, we need stricter regulations. Governments play a vital role in setting and enforcing environmental standards that keep pollution in check. Then there's investment in renewable energy. By putting resources into clean, sustainable energy sources like solar and wind power, governments can help reduce reliance on fossil fuels and curb pollution. Improved waste management is another biggie. Governments can implement better waste disposal systems, encourage recycling, and crack down on illegal dumping to keep our air, water, and soil clean. Of course, we also need strong monitoring and enforcement. That means investing in technology to track pollution levels, holding polluters accountable, and taking swift action to clean up our act. Last but not least, governments need to prioritize education and awareness. By teaching people about the impacts of pollution and the importance of conservation, we can foster a culture of environmental stewardship that lasts for generations to come. When governments step up to the plate and take decisive action, we all stand to benefit. So let's keep the pressure on and hold our leaders accountable for creating a cleaner, greener future for us all. Okay, let's talk about something crucial: international cooperation in fighting pollution. It's clear that pollution doesn't respect borders. It's a global issue that demands a global response. So what can we do? Well, for starters, we need to work together. We need to join hands across borders and tackle pollution as a united front. That means signing on to international agreements like the Paris Agreement and the Kyoto Protocol. It means sharing technology, resources, and expertise to find solutions that work for everyone. It means supporting initiatives that span continents and cultures, because pollution affects all. By working together on a global scale, we can make real progress in the fight against pollution. It won't be easy, but it's essential if we want to create a cleaner, healthier world for future generations. So let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. Together, we can make a difference. Alright, as we come to the end of our exploration into pollution, I want to take a moment to reflect. It's crystal clear that pollution isn't just a problem, it's a call to action. We've seen the impacts on our health, our environment, and our future. But here's the thing: we're not powerless. Far from it. We have the knowledge, the tools, and the passion to make a change. So let's take what we've learned today and turn it into action. As we wrap up, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey through the complexities of pollution. It's clear that each of us has a role to play in combating this pressing issue. Let's take what we've learned and turn it into action. Whether it's reducing our own carbon footprint, advocating for change in our communities, or spreading awareness, every effort counts. Together, we can make a difference. Let's commit to protecting our planet and creating a healthier environment for ourselves and future generations. Thank you for your dedication and passion. Let's continue working together towards a cleaner, greener world. Together,